You're kidding.
TikTok on the clock.
That's
yeah,
the one.
they do. Yeah, I'm still with it, man. Yeah, I'm still with it, kids.
Yeah, you're all over it. Somebody stop him.
But we're so old that the kids now will be saying, "Who's Kesha?" All right.
Actually, yeah, that's the scary part. Yeah.
One of the greatest lyrical performers of all time. How's she doing these days?
Wouldn't know. Wouldn't know. It's not me.
Thoughts with you, Kesha.
Nickelback only.
Righto, Redlands up by 4. Jeez. Storm will be looking for big defensive stops here in the second half. They don't want to leak too many more points if they want to get themselves back into this game as Seymour rips it over the top. And on the fingertips there of Talia Rasmussen, tough one to reel in.
Yeah, that's the option. That's a good little sweeper play set up there. They actually had the numbers, but I think they probably forgot that it was only really 4th touch. They had 2 to go with them. So had there probably been a quote-unquote phase there, as you like to call it, they might have scored, but Storm coming in with some purpose into this line. They take off, they come back the long side, end up with the ball in the middle.
Yeah, good set for them, and we saw a couple of decent looks or good sets from them in the back end. One try where it was just the final pass going away from them, but they're transitioning downfield with a lot more purpose and a lot more flow, the Storm. So good to see positive signs there with their first touch of the footy here in the second half. And they're going to have to try and stop this running game from Redlands. And not a bad start for them. Pretty good place to start their set.
Absolutely.
First little win there for the Southern Storm.
It's plus 10 metres on where they've been starting both sets at the moment. So really good, again, to get out of their half. And their second touch, they're at halfway.
Yeah, Forbes did a good job to start their set. Picked up probably about 10 or so metres. And they're rolling down as Ward feeds it. They got them on the back foot here, Redlands. Coming back infield. Reed sends it back in field, picks it up again. They finish another set on the try line of Redlands.
Spirited start to this second half. First 2 minutes have been really good so far for the Storm. They'll be able to go from one end to the other and force a mistake there. Really, really good job. But got to send the ball, let it sing, run.
And Neville through the hands. Reed sends it across to Ward. Full set to work with here. There's Lily Neal. She might be the one to crack them open. They get the penalty. Moving forward there, Redlands. There's space to work with for Reed. As they put the brakes on. Oh, again, they take that cleanly. It's just not falling in their hands at the moment. No. Neville, unfortunate, but they're creating opportunities.
That was it. That was the right move there. A little splitter setup play again, and they just had that gap in the middle, but just that finish, it's been there most of the game. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to go to hand.
Redlands a little clunky as they make changes. Big meters there from Nicola. Gets them straight back on the front foot. Susie comes back towards Glacken. And Kimmy picks up and goes again. Takes it to the defensive line. Nicola is touched. And Susie was touched before she could get the pass away.
Yeah, good defense there again. They'll get another 10 for throwing it away. They've been clinical on that this evening. The refs haven't missed one. But this is the set. If there was any set to get one on the board, this is the one.
They're a team that will play for the full 40 minutes, the Southern Storm, no matter what the score is against them. Remember matches last year where it actually looked like they were out and they just continue to compete, and they fight, and all of a sudden points start to flow. And they were getting back into matches and winning more than not.
Absolutely, big fighting spirit there.
Files plays it. CC over the halfway line and short. And
good
nice
listening.
Work.
Really good listening there.
It was Sipple. He's been good.
Run. Ball.
Oh. Off the fingertips, but the Southern Storm gets straight back onto the footy and they look to get going. Here with Meg Muir. Just gets it down on the mark. Just had to hold the footy up for a second there as the changes come onto the field. Here's Chadburn. Plays out the back. Forbes is looking to cut back in.
It's very good options at the moment for both teams. Yeah. Realistically, if this game started at 0, you wouldn't have known who's had the advantage coming into this second half.
And again, there's players being called off. So they're trying to show good intent here, the Storm, and they're just getting a step or two a little bit too short. Redlands with a full set following the offside penalty. Stevens comes back to Pride, who played on the 7-metre line. Bella Fields. Again, there was players being called offside. They just get back to the line to make the touch.
There's really good listening there as well. Just acknowledging that she was just short of a line, but kept moving back and made the touch. And really good defensive set there to keep Redlands out.
Here's Neil again.
Meter eater.
Now, the ball is rolling around in there. It has come off the boots of one of the Redlands players.
She's done that multiple times this evening.
I think pretty much every time she's had the ball,
Probably.
has been able to skip away from at least the first defender. It's been a good game for Phil Lilly. And they go away from the sweeper, and it goes over the head.
Sit on it.
And the crowd, they love it there on the hill. All smiles. Well, it made it look a little bit harder than probably what it needed to be, but doesn't matter how you get there.
That little two-step off that link sweeper. Hey, mate, have you ever caught one with the back of your leg before? Because I haven't.
100%, you made it right. Just sits on it. Just get it down, man.
Yeah. Any way you can.
Charlotte Richardson. Nice try.
It's not teachable, is it?
Now, I don't know if that's... yeah, that one's been worked up at the training field. If you ever get a chance to catch you with your hamstring and it's pinned back there, just sit on it.
Why not, right?
But a good work. It was a good little tick in the box there for the Storm. They haven't leaked any points so far here in the second half. First team to score.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, they've got one on the board now. They can shoot that duck as well, and they've been able to stop that set that is notoriously troublesome for a lot of teams at the moment. You know, you put a try on the board, you usually every now and then leak one in, but they're able to stop that, and they've been able to get a good roll forward here as well.
Coming to the last now, Muir. And can't get away from Susie. Seymour takes it up, gets a shot as well. She'll get straight back to her feet, don't worry about that.
Absolutely.
Now Kayla Momoi sending players back into position. Fields goes to Notley. And she politely gives it back to the Storm. And they're back on their way. Forbes, nice hands.
It's just a bad day to be that left winger with the sneak as well. God, 2 touches and they're at the halfway.
Here is Lily Neal. This takes an easy one forward this time. Now Elias coming into the last. Chadburn just stutters, comes back to Neal. Oh, nice ball
hands.
and good hands as well from Izzy Reid.
Plucked it. It's a good patch here for both teams. You know, for the last 9 minutes, they've just been going back and forth down the field. Compare that to the first half. Redlands might have been probably on 2-3-0 at the moment, but it's 1-0 the other way. And just seem to be getting a little bit more into the game now, the Storm.
Been a good recovery as Nicola tries to link up with Johnston. We've got that they're in a bit of strife there in the first couple of touches. Notley was isolated, and Lucky Folds was on her left shoulder, linked up with her, and then they just got straight back to footy after that and rolled themselves downfield.
So it's just business as usual, wasn't it?
Speaking of business as usual, Storm down that sideline again. Rouse with a nice inside ball. As Neville plays it on the last. Archer feeds it, nothing there for Ward. A little win back in field territory there for Redlands. And Nicola picks up big meters as Ward tries to pull out of the touch. Seymour grabs across field. Glacken to Susi. Nice clean play the ball. Ooh.
There's a late whistle.
Called over the mark.
Okay.
Come on, Freshie.
Okay. Okay.
Let the kids play. And Wood down the sideline.
Nearly dropped the shoulder in there too on the sideline, Freshie.
He's in the thick of it. Very experienced referee. One of the all-time great men. Brett Freshwater over there on the far sideline. Look at him just hawking on their substitutions. As Muir comes back to the mark. She'll get him going forward again, coming into the last. Sykes tries to squeeze in, hasn't had too many opportunities throughout the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Went 11 minutes into this second half, and just the brand of touch football that both teams are playing at the moment is really, really good. You know, Storm are being very competitive as we see a small mistake there coming out of the box for the Redlands, which gives a perfect opportunity for the Storm to go the other way.
Get another try here, and they're definitely back into it. And the second half has belonged to the Storm. Muir shows inside, decides to take him on. My is there.
They're just going to keep running here, I think. There's probably a minimal chance that they're going to get through that middle pairing for Redlands, and they probably just need to run a little bit wider.
Sykes looks to Muir, comes back, and did they have a little grab at it? Yes, they did. Repeat set, 8 to go. Storm searching for more points. As Forbes takes it to the line and sinks it across. Freshie says touch.
Great touch. That's the kind of plays they need to be running. They need to be moving the ball a little bit more. Oh, run again.
And they get it down, no half in place. Forbes has to get across. Muir through the hands. As Sykes gets Folds to come up out of the line. Forbes with a bit of space to work with down the left. Folds does a good job to get back across there to make the touch. Muir will now play it coming into the last. Sykes short ball. And they were onto it there. Redlands. Stevens up to make the touch.
Yeah, really good defensive set there from Redlands. They're just doing the little 1%ers when they're on their line to make things a little bit easier. Second mistake coming out of their half that just seems to be a little bit of complacency being shown. If they let the ball sing to the right, 3-on-2 out there, but happy to hold it up in the middle.
Yeah, a few errors here in the second half from Redlands. Back-to-back sets as well. They've turned the footy back over to the Southern Storm. Plays down on the deck, Muir. Happy to throw around the footy at the moment. They come out to Forbes, who steps in and has a look. Sykes to Neal. Defence is pretty strong at the moment for Redlands. There's now short side. Sykes tries to catch him napping. They've got one more touch to come. And the Storm, they're going to concede.
Are they subbing on fourth touch then?
If it wasn't fourth, it was fifth. That's why I mentioned it looked like they were going to concede. I don't know how I feel about that sometimes. Even if it's fifth touch, I just think, man, he's still a chance. Yeah, you're still a chance, but you're no chance if you're playing 4-on-6.
There's your chance now. That's the third set that Redlands have made. Coming out of their line at the moment, they just haven't been able to get as clean this half. It gives a perfect opportunity for Storm to put one back on the line, which hasn't gone the right way. I'm on fire tonight, mate, I tell ya.
Yeah, it's been a good one. It's been a good one. These things happen, young buck.
They do. Speaking from experience there, aren't you?
Oh, mate. I couldn't tell you how many times I've dropped clangers.
On and off the mic.
Absolutely. Now, nice ball out in front. Completed set for Redlands. Penalty off the back of it, though.
That set was a lot better coming out of their line. Fatigue definitely starting to come into the game now with just under 5 minutes to go. Both teams just be looking to finish off that a little bit cleaner than each other to see if we can get a few more metres on that Storm side. They've been very good at that this evening. Need to get through the next 4.5 minutes.
Changes flowing on nicely. Neville plays it last. Ward takes off, comes back towards Neville, tries to get off the right foot. Files is there to make the touch. Notley will feed it to Mai. Punches through the middle on the first. Stevens back to Files. That familiar run with the ball in one hand. Nicola over the halfway line. Johnston picks up good metres. There was no half in place. They had to slow it up coming in towards the back end. The last touch of the set as they turn it over.
That roll coming out of their half was really, really good as well. Redlands have been on fire with that, apart from the maybe one or two little mistakes at the start of this half as Storm go the other direction.
Yeah, nice ball. Forbes could see some space down the sideline. Vandermeer coming across to make the touch. We know how quick she is. Another player, if I'm not mistaken, coming across from the Southern Storm team into Redlands this year.
I'd have to start asking you for some late mail soon. Good. Everyone's books, eh?
Oh, man, you know, people feed me information. And please continue to do that because I struggle to find it myself. Penalty here to Redlands. Hard contact. Glacken comes across field. 3 to go in this one. 3 tries in it still. Redlands having trouble with the scoreboard here in the second half. Is this the set where they do it? Susie will come back and play it on the 7-metre line.
And then sweep the other way.
It comes off the right foot. Nice touch there from Sykes in the middle.
Ask the question there. That was good.
Last touch of the set. Switch, Stevens out to Susie. They come up and make the touch.
Yeah, good again from the Storm. The defence has been a lot better this second half. Just been able to put the brakes on the Redlands advance as at the line. And as you can see, I don't think the scoreboard's reflective of what actually has happened in this second half. Storm, oh God, what great roll into their half. They go short side, and that's exactly where you want to leave the ball on 5th touch.
They're still fighting again till the end. Another good set of 6 there for the Southern Storm. What a tight contest it's been here in the second half. Susie feeds it. Stevens out of the hands. Can they chalk up one more? 1.5 to go. Redlands following suit from where we saw the men's Premier team earlier on tonight. It's been a great start to the season for both the Redlands men's and women's Premier teams. Redlands and the men's undefeated. Second win for the girls tonight. They've had a draw as well, coming off the bye last week, so they'll be up towards the pointy end of the table and going into round 5 next week. Like we mentioned, we've got a grand final replay for round 5 to kickstart us. Storm taking on Rebels, Rebels taking on the Gold Coast. Wood gets herself in to half. Files will come up and make the touch there on Reed. Rousel, got Neville sweeping and looks to kick away. And they make the touch in the end. 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, good from the Redlands again. They just needed that last touch there just to be made nice and clean. They've done very well so far.
Here's Nicola, and a big diving touch there from Rousel. Sipper will play it. Johnston down for Summer Pride. Comes back in towards Johnston. Last touch of the set. Pride takes them off, and that will bring it to a close. Redlands getting the victory, 4 tries to 1, all set up with their first half performance.
Absolutely, a clinical first half performance from Redlands. You know, come out really quick, put 2 quick ones on them in the first half of the first half as well. So it really set up the back end of their game, and all they had to do was just hold on. But credit where credit's due to Storm. They stayed in it the whole way, and never not going to get a spirited performance out of them.
2 big wins for Redlands in tonight's matches as we take a look at the try scorers. And like we said, 4 tries in the first half. Kim Soo-si really leading from the front, and great performance as well from the whole team. They take the victory 4-1 in the end, fitting both Redlands teams getting the victory tonight on what was an emotional night here at Metro Cup here in Whites Hill. We hope you enjoyed the coverage. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Until then, it's bye for now.
We're the Brisbane Metropolitan Touch Association, a touch football competition at Brisbane's best location. We're Australia's largest touch football operation, and everyone can play, no discrimination. A legacy dating back to 1973. Who could have guessed what this club could be? Intro through to rep programs, 800 teams a year, major events, and those who just come for a beer. We're players, we're coaches, we're administrators, we're volunteers, we're referees, we're coordinators. We range from 4 to 75 years of age, and we play together on the same stage. BMTA Mustangs, we're one herd, the home of touch football. Haven't you heard? Whites Hill Reserve in the heart of Camp Hill, from the heat of summer through the winter chill. Beginner to advanced, we are a community. You can play too. This is your opportunity. It's the fun, the fitness, the culture, the friends. 6 nights a week, touch never ends. It's the run, the step, the pass, the try. And it all stems from our why. People, place, performance is what we're about. BMTA is touch football, day in and day out.